best way to get better at sales is reviewing real life sales calls, not just talking about theory. I've closed over $8 million in deals myself. And today I got one of my closers that I train who at 18 years old, even being slightly Indian, makes over $30,000 per month. So we're going to go over a deal where he knocked it out of the park. We're going to go over what he did well and then what he can still improve on to even take it to the next level. Nathan, introduce yourself. Show us what's going on.
Show you guys the view. I'll show you guys the view. Look at this. This is the laptop lifestyle everyone's online about. Flew my dad out too.
He knocked this call out of the park. Obviously, some things that he can improve on, but just a little bit of context with this. It is a real estate offer, and this is pure cold traffic. I'm pretty sure you said this guy just found you. So we're going to go over exactly how he was able to get a one-call close on a 10K offer on real estate investing. All right. And we'll run it at 1.5x speed because I have ADHD brain, and I can't do 1x speed on anything. Okay.
Crashing today. You're good.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Cool.
You're good. How you doing, man? You living the dream? You still working on it?
Well, I'm still working on it today.
Still working on it. Hell yeah. That's why we're here. We can dive into it. I'm kind of curious. How'd you come across me and Andrew? What we're doing over here over a living?
I mean, Facebook ad, what can you say?
Yeah, dude. What you saw on Facebook? That sparked your attention to look at this specifically. How can I help?
Now, what you did really good there is, again, like we're pushing back, is giving short answers. So main focus at the very beginning of the conversation is like, how do I get him to be as open as possible? Like right now in the conversation, like where is your mind going? Like he just hopped on, his camera's not the best. Again, we're going to have his face blurred out, right? But what's actually going through your mind? What are you looking to achieve right now?
Like, I make like a profile in my head of people. Immediately this guy hopped on. And it's not always true, but for a majority of the times, it can be true. You look at him, he's overweight.
Yeah.
Right? Like if someone's overweight, typically what it can lead to, not always, but what it does lead to is a mindset that you can uncover later in the call. Just lack of accountability, right? Self-doubt, right? Because if they understood, like if they were guaranteed to step into a gym and get results, they would always go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you start to hedge the conversation in that direction, like make a profile in your head of that's what you might be dealing with.
Yeah. You're just getting like the lay of the land. I will say, always when our reviewer calls, when they don't do the best is when you show up with energy a little bit lower, right? Not the best energy. Right? It's not terrible, but you're kind of like going through emotions a little bit.
Yep.
So it's just about, it's not that, oh, we're not going through the motions. I go through the motions on every single fucking call. I'm just a better actor, bro. You got to be a little bit of a better actor to make it seem like you actually want to be there. I would say that's a slight thing that we can improve on. But pushing back, getting him to be more open at the very beginning, good.
Well, I'm into the
it's
real
also,
estate.
before you even play it again, like I will say, it's also a misconception of those closers. Like you see someone come in on cold traffic, and you get like demotivated because you think they're going to be super cold. This guy ended up piffing by the end of the call. Pure cold traffic. Right, so that's why I showed up like this, is I had a misconception in my head.
Yeah, it's like the thought process I'm always going to have like in my head. And again, it's like a lot of this stuff is just going to be mind games for you. But like what I would do is I'm like, hey, if I don't have a good call, I'm going to send that to somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Or like right now, it's like if I'm hopping on a sales call, I'm gonna break one down where I'm closing a 25K deal. I'm like, that's gonna be good YouTube content. Like I'm knock this fucking sale out of the park. So like whatever you can think about in terms of like what's gonna motivate you just to actually do your best on every single call, just go ahead and just make sure that plays a big role in it. Like the way you got to think about it, like fucking like Michael Jordan, like all the time would be playing these like just silly mind games for himself, because like at a certain level it does become monotonous. But if you want to be great at anything, it's doing the same thing over and over again for an extended unreasonable amount of time, right? Like the same thing here.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Game, I guess.
Okay.
And just sounds like an interesting business model that I can kind of get behind.
Fair enough, right?
And I think the market here is probably good for it.
Which market are you in? Like which state?
I'm in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Indiana. There you go. See what you get in Indiana per bed is around 600 to 750 per bed per month.
Sure.
Right, depending on where you are. Really purpose call. Find out where you're at realistic wise. What your overall goals are. Getting into this, just to see if and how we can help. If it's not we can, I'll walk you what you need to know about your living to get into it. What the process will look like for you, and then some possible next steps from there. Sound fair enough?
Yeah, great.
Perfect. Fill me in. When it comes to starting, do you want to lease, acquire, convert? What's your head at? What's your current setup look like?
Probably.
Now, right now, we're kind of pushing, and again, energy is a little bit low, but we're pushing. He's like, oh, this seemed interested, and people would need it. Like, we don't quite have a need yet, or a want or overarching goal. We don't really have exactly. Well, just because people maybe want it, why do you want to do it? Like, that's the first thing like my mind goes to immediately. Well, it's like, yeah, it's like people need a lot of shit, but you're not doing a lot of shit. Like, why are you here? Okay. So it's like for him, I assume it's make more money. But I need to hear him say it. Give it to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hire for something like this.
Okay. Do you have a timeline? Ideally, when you want to acquire?
I mean, next 6 months.
Okay. If you could acquire sooner than that, is that something you're open to?
Yeah, if it's possible.
The reason I ask is we primarily help people get started in the next like 30 to 90 days.
Sure.
Meaning, if you were to start this process tomorrow, you'd have your home up and going in like 90 days.
Right.
Is that something you're open to or not?
Open to it.
Oh yeah. Or when it comes to getting up and going, how much do you know about Surviving just on the same page?
Not really a whole lot. Just kind of the system and.
Pause the call.
And again,
you can see me getting demotivated as this call goes on, but it's interesting because by the end of the call, you'll see a massive shift. Like 10 minutes in, you'll see a massive shift. So yeah.
And it's like that just goes to show, like, number one, if we make mistakes in the call, it's not a fucking death sentence. That's just number one. Okay. Also, number two is oftentimes when we make assumptions, just from the act of us making the assumption, and then we act as though the assumption is true, oftentimes it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
You manifest it, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not even like you manifest it, right? It's not like woo-woo. Like, do Hindus believe in that shit? Right?
Like karma, yeah, fucking think so.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
But it's not even that. Like, if this guy was much more informed, but you're treating him the same way, how would that person react?
Yeah, still negatively.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So if you're going in assuming it's going to be a negative interaction, you're just naturally you're going to come across a little bit more negative, and then just because of your actions, you get more negative responses. So it's not that it's like, oh, your thoughts create your reality. It's like, dude, you acted differently, so you got a different outcome.
Just a fuckhead. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's really what we have to be thinking about right now.
You have somebody living in and making sure everybody's following the rules, and rules follow, and you don't follow the rules, you get kicked out, kind of thing.
What do you feel like you have the biggest gaps in your knowledge? Like, how can I help when it comes to setting this up?
I mean, I suppose all the rest of it. There's plenty more to it. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this then. I want to make sure we set up your business in a way that supports the lifestyle you want to live long term, and your overall goals long term as well. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the goal long term for you with real estate? What do you have to get you to ideally?
I mean, about 10,000 a month with my whole portfolio.
So it's like right now, it's very clear that this guy doesn't have any type of knowledge, which makes sense. That's why he's here. So it's like we just need to understand what is the outcome and like how do we get him there? Because like most people, they don't actually care about the mechanism. The mechanism just needs to make sense, and it solves problems and gets some outcomes. Okay, so that's what we're searching for right now. What's the actual outcome? Once we understand what the outcome he wants is, then we understand what he doesn't have, which is his problems, and it's really easy to dive into it.
There you go. Why 10K a month, curiosity? Where did that number come from?
I guess that was the number that just kind of allowed me to be more free at 100, 120K a year. So
gotcha.
That I need to live the lifestyle that I'm living now.
Gotcha. Free for what, out of curiosity?
Okay. Well, you're doing really well. You don't assume you know what this guy is talking about. Right? Really good. It's like, okay, 10K, why 10K? It's not obvious why he said 10,000. Okay, well, it allows me to be free. Free from what? What does freedom mean to you? What this does is it allows him to open up, right? And we can actually get some more tangible stuff.
I guess free from just sort of the 9 to 5.
Okay. Is the goal to, like, you work 9 to 5 right now?
Yes, okay. More than that.
More than that? Holy shit. What do you do for work?
I'm a casino dealer, but I also do like Uber and DoorDash and all that kind of stuff. Work about 100 hours a week.
Holy shit, dude. I get it. Is the goal to, I assume, replace that? Make it to where it's be more passive, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. How long has that been on your head to eventually replace that? Go full time into real estate?
I mean, the real estate thing has been on my mind for 15 years.
15.
Right. I only just got my first property in October, but I live in it and it's a duplex. Pays for itself, which is great, but it's just one thing. And it's
What's going through your mind right now?
Gonna get some leverage on him because really all I have, like, how far are we into the call? What does that say? 4 minutes in? We have
Yeah,
like
we're 4
some
minutes
big
in.
goals, but in my head,
Mhm.
like, he just gave me a huge opening, like DoorDash. I'm working 100 hours a week. Like,
Yep.
yes, the money we can dive into that. Like the money, like the tangibles, that'll be a lot more, right? But right now,
Mhm.
what I can leverage when it comes to overcome whatever fears he has, is just
Mhm.
getting the pain of like working 100 hours a week, and then what the difference in income can make for him, right? So that's where I
Yep.
want to take the conversation.
Yeah, 100%. Get leverage. What in your mind right now are you thinking about? What do you think his limitation is going to be?
He said 15 years, and you can see I
Yeah,
mirrored that.
dude.
Like I said it back to him, and he heard it. He was like, "Yeah, like he knows, right? Like he's aware of it." Just like what
Yeah.
I was saying at the beginning, like he's aware that like he's overweight, but he hasn't taken any action. It's like the same
Yeah.
on a fitness offer. Once someone knows that they're overweight, but they just haven't done anything, right? Like why
Yeah.
haven't they done anything is the problem.
Well, in my head, it's not only pushing things off, he's working 100 hours a week right now. What do you feel like his pain threshold just for suffering through bullshit is?
It's gonna be high.
It's like it's
It's gonna
high.
be high.
So this dude needs to fucking feel it.
Yeah.
Right? I hear something like that. I'm like, okay, I really need to dig into the pain and push urgency because he is accustomed to a large amount of just eating shit and he hasn't done anything for 15 years.
Yep. That's why he's where he is.
Yep.
It's not paid off or anything like that.
There you go. Out of curiosity, because some people, they're totally cool. Like, for example, my dad, he was totally cool working like 100 hours a week. He was a general contractor, though, right? So he had long hours, rest in the body, right? For you,
Yeah.
why don't you want to work those hours?
Say that again?
I said, for you, why don't you want to work those hours, 100 hours a week?
I mean, I like to travel. Try to travel as much as I can, and I just know that my body isn't going to last as long as some other people have a bleeding disorder. And
I don't, sorry.
well, I was born with it, so it's just life. But I just know that my retirement age being 55 would probably be about as long as my body's going to let me do it. Physical work.
How much of a runway do we have right now? Like, how far are you away from 55?
Now, something you did really well right there is he's like, oh, I'm working 100 hours a week. The way you set it up is like, hey, some people are okay with that. Why aren't you? And the reason we do that is this is something that you could ask and we can get, well, isn't it an obvious answer? Which shuts down conversation. So you're taking away that this is an obvious conversation because it's not, and getting him to actually expand on it, talk about retirement, and then we're just getting more tangibles, which is good. More tangibles, we make it more real, get higher leverage.
15 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Good amount.
Yeah, I got time.
It's almost a trap in itself. I got time.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Or at least a procrastination. That's
Right.
the reality.
Totally. I thought I had time 15 years ago.
Look where we are today.
Yeah, right.
Working 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
That's the reality. Right? When it comes to setting this up, more passive, more on the side, is there any area of the short living process specifically you feel like you need help with? When it comes to connections, rules, procedures, whatever it is. What do you feel like you need most help specifically in the process?
Okay, so we do have leverage. I don't think we have enough leverage for me personally.
Yeah. Nowhere near enough leverage
Right?
at this point.
Because it's like right now, a real big one that like I'm thinking about is when he said his body isn't going to last. What the fuck does that even mean? Like what
we
would
could ask him.
actually happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what would happen? Well, what do you mean your body's not going to last, man? Like, and if you have to keep working past that, like, what do you think would actually happen? Right. So it's like getting a more like visceral like understanding of it. And then I would also want to understand if he is, it sounds like he has a chronic disease. Like, hey, is that showing up for you right now? Just working all these hours like you are? How so? Real easy questions that we can get into, like how it's showing up for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose, in the first steps, it would be, just getting through the regulations and, getting the system established.
Okay. How long have you been thinking about sober living, though?
I'm sorry?
How long have you been thinking about sober living as a pathway?
Really just since seeing the Facebook ad, and,
Yesterday?
hadn't considered sober living as a path to financial freedom.
Okay. The reason I ask, you seem fairly green to it.
Yeah.
I can walk you through it, though. Right?
Yeah.
Pause this real quick.
Okay. You have like a pen?
Yeah.
This is where I literally consider just pitching him and then setting for follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I low-key just consider. Because on some
Yeah.
level, like for people watching, the offer I sell sells itself. but also you kind of fall into the trap of thinking it always sells itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's something we talked about when you're here in Arizona, right? You're like,
Yep. Yep.
So it's like the very first thing that goes through my mind, and I'm not saying we have to change this, but if I'm talking to really most anybody, I don't care what they don't know. The reason being, they're on a coaching call, or they're there to get a coaching program. They're there to get guidance. So I already know they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know they don't know shit. They don't know what they don't know. It doesn't matter. Like it does. Like in my head, it does not matter. It's what do you want, and why haven't we got it? Why haven't we taken the steps to get there? That's the main focus. Okay, because it's like the issue is if we focus too much on like the mechanism. Okay, if somebody is green to it, then it's like, what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's like if you have a good product and you're pushing the urgency on their situation, that's when you really are fucking cooking with gasoline. Right. So it's like you just want to have both. Right. Like they do need to understand it. Like your offer specifically, especially if somebody's green, probably does need a bit more education. But I'm not going to give that education without the leverage that I need.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't picture like I was gonna, and then I just fucking hammer him hard and everything.
Okay. What made you make that switch? You're like, okay, I'm gonna pitch. Actually, never mind.
I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe I just set follow up with this guy, like re-offer him down the line because the offer does sell itself. But then what I hit in my head is he said 15 years. That I like just remember. He said 15 years. He wanted to get into real estate.
There's
and I was fucking thinking like, way. I could just hammer this guy. Have so much of it. 15 years, dude.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like as soon as I heard that, it came back up in my mind right here. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Right?
Yeah. So it's good. It's good we caught ourselves. So it's like 15 years and he's working 100 hours a week. Like, dude, this guy's fucking cooked. With just the information you have. Right? Now we can twist a knife so much more, but just with that level of information, like you have enough to cook this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
How long have you been thinking about sober living as a pathway?
Really.
The reason I ask, you seem fairly green to it.
Yeah.
Let's skip forward a little bit. It goes.
All right, cool. It's gonna be 3 steps with where you're at, right? I know you said you got your first property back in October, but out of curiosity, it's been 15 years you've been wanting to get into real estate, and also stop working the hours. 100 hours a week is crazy. What's the advantage in the last 15 years from getting into real estate sooner? Do you think? Get more professional help.
Okay, boom. Now we're right into it's like, hey, like, why are we here? Like, what's prevented you from getting help before? And then, so right now, what are you looking for? Once we start going into this part of the conversation,
I'm looking for belief. Something internal, nothing external. We're like nothing. Oh, it's been the time because I work 100 hours a week. Nothing external, something internal that's prevented them.
Yep.
I suppose it's been just a few setbacks or two.
Aside from life, because life will happen. So I don't
right. Yeah.
Life, all these external things. What's actually prevented you?
I mean, you kind of get complacent. I think that's one of the things. You just you work your thing and you pay your bills and you do it again the next month. That was probably a big struggle for a good portion of time, and then even after saving a bit of money and being able to have that ability to choose some investments, just kind of choosing the right ones, choosing the right path.
Interesting. What do you feel like caused complacency for you? What led to it?
I suppose it was a little bit of the social aspect. I had a fiance and we did all the things together, and allowing enough time for her. And now that I'm single and on my own, I can kind of work all the time and get ahead financially. But then I just don't have any time for me.
Interesting. When was that shift where you realized you have to overcome the complacency?
Yeah, probably about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
About shifted it into really getting the savings going and buckling down on just working more, earning more to get ahead.
Interesting. The reason I ask is it shifted 5 years ago, but then we're still in the same spot to where we're still working 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
So what you're doing really good is like you're chunking down. Now he said complacency. I hate taking complacency as a belief
Such a gay word.
Right.
Like, what caused him to be complacent is a real belief.
Yeah, like that's the thing, and
Right.
it's like the issue is like, okay, well, to not be complacent, it's going to be $10,000, and they're like, they can always fall into, well, for that much, right? Like, I'll stop being complacent.
Yeah.
They can like lie to themselves. So I won't accept complacency. So what you did a really good job of is you chunked it down. Like, hey, 15 years. And he's like, oh, complacency is a big part of it. It's like, okay, when did you realize and you stop being complacent? Okay, now we have a 5-year time frame, which is still a big fucking time frame. You're like, okay, well, we haven't been complacent for 5 years. What's going on? Right? So we chunk it down and we can really attack that time frame. So that's good.
Why do you like that is?
I guess I did get ahead. I did get a little bit of money put away and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's just maybe not moving fast enough.
When you look at that complacency, it's held you back for at least the last 5 years, at the very least. Or maybe the last 15.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like it's cost you financially? How long it held you back for all those years?
I mean, what can I say, man? It's 15 years of my life, and I don't have any kind of substantial nest egg to call enough to even think about retiring on. So yeah, it cost us just time.
How much of a nest egg are you at right now?
Okay. So something I'm noticing, what is his body language and how he's talking right now? What does it tell you?
It looks a bit like not interested in the conversation, I would say. Like looking around a little bit.
I wouldn't say not interested. I would say guarded.
Mm.
Okay, because what is happening right now is you're going in the right direction. I think we probably did it a little bit too bluntly, and it's causing him to be a bit guarded.
Mm. What would you say instead?
So it's like, if I notice that, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to be like, hey man, like, it's okay. Like, I'm here to help, but I just really need to understand. Like something along those lines. Or I'll reward him. Like, hey man, I really appreciate you being open about this. I know it's hard to talk about, but I really need to understand this. Like I'll reaffirm that I'm here to help, or I'll reward him in terms of him being open so far. Then go ahead and push forward. Because like the issue is, if he's closed off to you, to the questions, it's like he just won't be as open. So we're not going to get to the core issue as well. Does it make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just about like noticing it. So it's like, because he's not disinterested. Like he's interested. But like we're talking about like literally the core issue of his entire fucking life. Probably. Right? Like his core character defect of his entire life. It's like, it's not a easy conversation. And this is something that we have to take into account, because it's like, dude, you're fucking 18, making $30K per month, can go to Cabo. You know what I mean? It's like, you've never had this thought or this feeling of, I've wasted 15 years of my life.
That's my entire lifespan right there. You look at that.
Yeah, so it's like, so on some level, you have to be able to put yourself in their shoes to the best of your ability to just understand, like, it's something that needs to be talked about. Yeah. And it's something he needs to be held accountable for, because that is his life. That is his life right now. And it's shitty. And he probably feels shitty about it. And he should feel shitty about it. It's a shitty situation. It's his fault. Right? But with that, we can't just be like kind of autistic about it. To where it's like we show no emotion or acknowledgement on our end. A real easy thing is like, hey man, I know this is a hard conversation, right? But it's one that needs to be had if we're going to change. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. And then just go again. Just as something as simple as that, or just reward them. Like, hey man, I appreciate you being open so far. I know this is tough, right? But these are things that we need to understand if we're going to change. Just simple. And it'll allow him to like slow down and then be more open. Okay?
Yeah. That's good.
I mean, I have about 30,000 liquid, but nothing in retirement.
How much do you want to be at for retirement? Nest egg. What's the goal?
About 2 million.
Okay. You look back at the last 5 years as well with the complacency. I'm interested, not even financially, but what do you feel like it's costing non-financially? last 5 years?
Yeah. The time, the relationships, the
Relationship with who, do you think?
once I shifted it into kind of full work mode, it cost a relationship with my fiance. It I don't really have a whole lot of friends that I go hang out with or anything like that. If I do, it's when I'm traveling or whatever, and just seeing old friends and that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's just kind of all centered on me and what I'm doing right now.
That must have been a painful realization for you. Understand the complacency. It's not even just cost you finances, but then also your social life outside of that, relationships, your fiance.
Yeah.
Like as a man, that's what you provide for. Right? That's what you live for at the end of the day. Right? And now I'm gonna restart.
Right.
The reason I bring that up is so far something that actually tells me a lot. You've been operating from sort of the 1.0 version of yourself. That's the version of Aiden. This is called today with that complacency. When you look at that 2.0 version of yourself, the version of Aiden who is making 10K per month passively through real estate and don't have to work 100 hours a week, they can travel. Does that version of yourself allow the complacency to hold them back? Or do they take massive action, push through it regardless?
Yeah, absolutely does.
Why does he, out of curiosity? Some people stay complacent.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know, from any kind of empirical evidence on how, but
I said, why does he? Why does that 2.0 version of yourself push through it, get uncomfortable?
I couldn't really tell you, man. The hypothetical doesn't really go too well with me.
I think the reason I asked, like, that's the reality. It's like you've been like this 1.0 version of yourself. You've been listening to like this voice in the back of your head for the last 15 years, and it's gotten you to where you are today. Like it's like an overweight person going to the gym. In order to get skinny, in order to lose weight, they have to make decisions of a skinny person. Or in order to get to 10K per month, you have to make decisions of a person who's making 10K per month. That's the reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to get uncomplacent. You have to get uncomfortable. Are you willing to get uncomfortable this time around?
Absolutely.
Okay, are you just saying that to fit the conversation, be polite, or do you truly mean that?
I feel like I've it's come to the time where it's a pivotal point. 15 years of working down, 15 years ago.
Okay. So something that we're doing right now that is really good is we're creating a distinction between how he has been showing up and who he needs to show up as. Now, when you first were going for it, it didn't quite connect. He didn't understand it. So what we did is we used an analogy that, again, it makes it easier for somebody to understand. Gym analogies, weight analogies, these things are universal. It's easier for people to understand. And then once we get that buy-in, pushing back and getting the why behind it, to actually get him to take those steps rather than us just putting on him. So something you're doing really well right now is your ability to kind of cut through the bullshit and be straightforward. Okay. So it's you are holding him to an account of this is the situation. Now, I will say, in general, the reason we're able to hold this guy to such an account is just the fact of his situation. Just from his situation and the face of it is so bad that we can really hold his feet to the fire. With somebody else who maybe isn't in this bad of a situation, we would need to make sure we dig into more specifics and pain and their actual life to be able to be this straightforward. Okay. But this guy is in such a bad spot that we can be this straightforward. Right? Does it make sense? Because where is your mind going right now, this point in the conversation?
I didn't really want to fight him on the hypothetical doesn't do too well with me. I didn't feel like fighting him on that. So in my head, I just need to get a tie off or a tie down on this limiting belief that he's willing to move forward. And then you'll see in the end, I'm able to leverage that to get him to commit. Because there's still quite a bit of fear in the end. Right?
Yeah.
You have to just get hooks in place and then just leverage them throughout the conversation.
Yeah.
It's time to really get serious about it. And, there's a lot of aspects of my life that have to change, and you just have to get right into it.
Yeah. The reason I asked is that complacent. I've been there before. It's the voice in the back of your head, right? It's been there for the last 15 years, and it'll be here after this call. When it is time for you to get uncomfortable, take action. What are you going to say to that voice to overcome it?
Okay, getting hooked in.
Good question, man. Yeah, you have to think about it.
Bitch ass ever tell me.
I fucking heard that.
Good question.
I say that shit. I say that all. I say that all the time, dude. These good questions. Yeah, I'm chock full of them. Right? That's always been my response. I fucking heard that. Chock full of them, bro. Like I got lots.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna say to it?
Just got to tell it to go away. Got to, embrace the uncomfortable.
You willing to tell it that? You don't seem too sure.
Well, you're making me think about it, man. It's a good exercise. But yeah, how do you go about doing that, right?
Are you willing to let me hold you accountable to that standard we're setting to overcoming the voice, overcoming the complacency?
Yeah. Ed, tell me how you're gonna do it.
But what you're doing a really good job is you're pushing back and getting him to justify more. Right? It's like, dude, like you don't sound too sure about it. Right? Like that ability to really like cut through the noise. Now, actually, let's see where it goes.
Do you mind if I be a bit dark with you right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is it fair to not even just yourself? Was it fair to your relationships that you've had to let go of? But because of this complacency, it's costing life that you truly deserve for yourself. Is that fair to yourself and also your past relationships?
No. Yeah, complacency is not fair.
Why do you feel like you've let it get to that?
Okay. So overall, good direction where we're taking it. Area of leadership that we could have taken is actually telling him what it would take to overcome it.
Yep.
And
He's
getting
like, tell me
buy-in
what it
on
should
that.
take. Yeah. Tell me
Yeah,
how
he
to do
said
it.
that a few times, right? Dude, fucking take that. So it's like, because it's like right now, that is an amazing position to be in, where he's like, hey, tell me what to do.
Fucking eating from my hand.
Yeah, so it's like he's putting you like and here's the biggest thing, and I would say like here's the biggest learning lesson is just how is Nathan coming across? How is he carrying himself? This guy is twice your age, at least, right?
He's fucking
But it's
50.
how you're
Quadruple my age.
dude. He's fucking holy shit, bro. He looks good for 50. But yeah, he's quadruple your age, but it's like, it's how you're carrying yourself and how you're conducting the conversation. Like your authority is like doing a lot of heavy lifting right here. So like that just really goes to show how you carry yourself and your authority on your calls and the conviction on your calls will really give you a lot of leeway when it comes to prospects. A lot of leeway. And then you notice it here.
Points.
Yeah, man, that's a good question to think about. But
You got 15 years to think about it.
exactly, yeah, and I don't have a good answer for you. Complacency is it's a dirty beast. Just if you allow yourself to stay there and you don't have any accountability, then that's where you stay, right?
Is it the accountability you're missing in the past?
Probably a good part of it, yeah.
Something you're open to in the future, being held accountable, that some people aren't.
Yeah, I am. I feel untouchable. I feel like I'm, can be held accountable.
Yep, get a good hook in.
It'll be 3 steps to get you up and going with this accountability. Okay. First step I want you to write down is write that down. Done for you, market research. That'll be step number 1 with where you're at.
Okay, now we're going into the presentation. Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I would say a couple things. Like we can definitely twist a knife more and really get a couple hooks in, just more. But overall, like what you did really well is just holding his feet to the fire and being straightforward. Right? Because this guy needs it. Like he really does need it. Just his situation where he's at. So that stuff is really good. I would say areas that we could dive into just more overall is like, what is his actual life like? The pain. Like you say he's 50 and he wants to retire in 5 years.
I
Right?
forget how old he is. Like I think he said
something like that.
5 or 15.
I don't know. But it's like, how is his body doing? How is that treating him? Like what's actually going on? Okay. We did really good of getting like the actual limiting belief. Generally speaking, I will like push it away from complacency and try to get something else. But I think with how you did it and like creating the distinctions, that stuff was good. And just getting a little bit more like buy-in at the end. Because at the end, if we notice it, if we go back a little bit, if you notice, he's kind of evading the questions.
It's like, oh yeah,
And
that's a good question to think about.
Yeah, like basically what he's telling you is because, oh, I haven't thought about these questions, therefore I don't have to answer them. Which is bullshit. So it's like all you do in those situations is, well, if you did have to think about it, if you had to come up with an answer, if you really thought about it, just push back a little bit, right? And if he pushes back again, me personally, I am looking for this resistance right now. Because if I don't get rid of this resistance right now, it's just going to show up in objection handling even worse. So I'm looking for this resistance right now. It's like, oh, well, if you really had to think about it, it's like, well, dude, like, I don't know. Well, it's like, well, hey, man, we've been in this situation for the past 15 years. I really want to help you. But the only way I can is if we actually understand and we answer these questions. And then I'm going to re-ask it. Okay. So that way we really get those hooks in. Like, don't allow him to be like, well, I have to think about these questions, therefore I don't have to answer them. No, fuck you. Answer my questions, right?
Fucking thinking about it right now, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, so you're doing a good job of like being straightforward. It's just like being okay, like pushing back and like having a loop in there. Because all that's going to do, it's going to raise your level of authority. That's all it's going to do. It's going to raise your level of leadership too. Okay. And right now you have a high level of authority and leadership, which is really, really good. So let's go through. How long is your presentation, bro?
Well, so it should be like 15 minutes.
Like 10 minutes?
Like 15 minutes maybe.
15? Fuck. No,
because like I'll tie the limitations into my pitch. So like I'll say like done for you market research, you can overcome this fucking fear. Right? We're doing it for you. Right.
What's this in the background? You got Robert Kiyosaki, right? That's the real estate investment. Is that why you have that there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the watch.
I get compliments on it because a lot of people we talk are fucking black, so they'll compliment me.
Like, hell yeah, I've read that book. It's like, yeah.
And they credit score is still 460.
What type of watch is this?
The same watch I'm wearing right now.
What type? What type is it?
My mom got it for me for graduating high school. I'm college.
What is it? Like what brand?
It's called you ever heard of Seamaster?
Seamaster?
Seamaster, that's what it is.
Is that what broke people wear?
It's like a $500 watch, bro.
So all you had to do is say yes.
You pussy.
You could have just said
You
yes.
bitch ass.
Yes, this was what broke people wear.
You're a bitch, bro.
If you get the 50K per month by the end of this year, should I tell you? I'll buy you a Rolex.
Really?
I was gonna message you that the other day. I'm like, but if you get to 50K by the end of the year, I'll fucking buy you a Rolex.
I'll fucking send you a bank statement when I hit it.
Has to be the end of the year.
Okay.
Right?
Like 6 months. 6 months.
Yeah. So it's like you got that 24K package on the back end now. Like, dude, you got no fucking excuses.
Oh, dude, that
bitch.
one's cooked. Oh my god, it's cooked right now because what they're doing is 10K to get in, and then it's 10K later. They don't necessarily want us to piff. Is what the founder just said.
Okay.
Like we had a meeting with the founder. And
but that brings your total value that you bring people in still 20K, right?
That should bring for 30K.
You sell them the original package and then you upsell them 10K.
Yeah. And
right?
you like
so 20K.
set up the payment plan whenever like they finish. They're still building out. Mm-hmm. They said that like next 2 to 3 months it should be built out. So
yeah, dude. If this offer can't get you to 50, I'll get you on another that can. I'm gonna fucking wheel you to 50K per month, whether you like it or not, bitch.
I really got fucking Rolex no matter what. Yeah.
That's never hold you back.
No, I told my wife as soon as I hit 100K on this offer I'm selling on, we're gonna take a trip to Japan and we're gonna get matching Rolexes. But I said like,
you and your wife?
I can't. Yeah.
yeah.
But I have to hit 100K selling this offer, right?
Dude, I've been looking hard at like
with the coaching and stuff like that. Like I can't have it to where it's like 100K like with it. No, like 100K per month on this offer, selling in commissions. Then I'll allow to buy myself matching Rolexes with the wife.
Bought me fucking McLaren. Easy cut.
Yeah, don't be broke, bro. Lesson number one.
Just be the complacent holding you back, to be frank. Right? This way there are no external barriers holding you back. Does that make sense?
I think that's so
There
pitch.
you go. Everything else you do inside the home, we give you your,
Yeah, let's scoot forward a little bit.
because you're not providing any actual treatment.
Right.
You're just providing the environment. Complacency you've been facing.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
We also have coaching calls during the week and the weekend.
Oh, that's
Now we can jump on a call with our team. Anytime you need advice, get real time
Dude,
advice.
we're pitching
on
a
anything you need,
lot.
corporate living related. Make sense? Any questions on the support?
I'm like reading that shit word for
Yep.
word. Like I did not deviate.
Have you ever used a platform called School?
Yeah, it looks like you're pitching this entire
Bro,
time, bro.
no,
What
no,
the
no, no,
fuck?
I'm not pitching this entire time. I'm screen sharing, but I'm handling objections while I screen share.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
no, I'm not
okay.
pitching
No,
the
that
entire
makes
time.
sense.
Like
I would
wherever
say,
you just
generally
were
speaking,
is
that's
where
when you
like I
started.
price dropped right around there because I'm getting a temp check. Like, when I
Okay,
start
cool.
screen sharing, like 2 minutes past that or something.
Yeah, I would say like just generally speaking, because you don't want them to be distracted. I would, when you start objection handling, just take down the screen share.
Overcome the
I did it. I started doing it
We feel
when I
fond of-
price drop so that they can see like because the big thing on this offer is too is just them thinking it's possible inside their state,
Yeah, yeah.
like inside their location. Because like I
Yeah.
get the concern, like their county has like different rules in it and shit. So you'll screen share someone
Mhm.
who has their property in their state and they're seeing a price drop while doing it. That way they can see the
Yeah.
actual proof. And then
Well,
assign
what I'm
that
saying,
value to the
like,
proof.
because then you just have the screen up like while you're objection handling and stuff. Like I would take it down.
Okay.
Right. So that way, again, like they can just more focus on you and what you're saying, like not be distracted.
Yo, what the first has to answer for is
I'll give it an 8.
why out of curiosity?
I'm more confident than when I jumped in on this call. I just know myself, and
Weakest
know
fucking
that
temp
it's gonna
check.
take
Yeah, I know.
me taking action, taking quick action to make it a reality.
That's the reality. Right? That's the standard that we set earlier in the call to take quick action. Right, no matter what. That's the reality. Is nothing will hold you back. No external factors will hold you back. It's complacency that will continue to hold you back. Right? That's the reality.
Yep.
What's the gap from 8 to 10 out of curiosity?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of knowing myself, knowing that as soon as I get off this call, I'm gonna want to go and jump on DoorDash or Uber, spend another 6 hours making $15 an hour.
Do you believe you deserve better than that?
Wheels. What's that?
Do you believe you deserve better than that?
Absolutely.
Good.
So why do you feel like you would hop off this call, go straight to that?
Well, hopefully I don't. Hopefully I,
You continue to rely on hope like you have been for the
Yeah.
last 15 years.
You're right.
Good.
You're right. But yeah, thinking about
Why do you not want to let shit like that slide?
This is right before price drops. I'm super, super careful about his language. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well,
Like, this dude's
why
probably
are you
fucking
careful with his language? Like, why not let language like this slide?
It's gonna show up in objection handling. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
hope this is gonna happen. Give me a day to
Yeah,
think
the
about
way-
it and I'll come back.
Yeah, the way people talk is the way that they think. Right? So this guy is saying, like, I hope this shit would work, right? Like, it's like, no,
Yep.
no, motherfucker, right? Like,
You can
need
see
to
the self
really
doubt
drill.
manifesting in his language right there.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's like, you want to pick up on that and just be super, super drill down on it. Like, do not let that shit slide. And it's, hope is a big one. You cannot allow him to rely on hope. That's good.
now, just getting ahead now, it's kind of put me in a place where, I'm not ahead in the future where like I expected to be. So, yeah, that's everything you said, man. Just putting that complacency, telling you to firm no and jumping right in. I think that's what it's going to take.
Maybe. Where's that what it's going to take? Because the reality is that the decisions you made up until this point is what's got you to where you are.
So if you notice, he's like, maybe that's what it takes, and you're attacking the maybe. We need to get him to start talking more definitely so he can make definite decisions. What people will do is they'll put hopefully, maybe, potentially. They're going to like hedge their language so they're not actually concrete decided on anything. That's what we're fighting right now. So if you notice, that's why Nathan is really pushing back on this hopefully, maybe bullshit, because it is bullshit. And if we allow him off the hook, then he's just going to give you bullshit afterwards. So you teach people how to treat you. If you allow them to skirt away, be squirrely, you allow them to lie to you, all that's going to do is cut out your authority, and they're just going to get more comfortable doing that. So right now is like he's not letting any of that shit slide, which is really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like an overweight person. The decisions they've made for the last 5 years led to the point where they are overweight. If they continue to make the same decisions, what type of results do you think they'll get?
Same result.
Same thing for you and I sisters. I truly do care.
Yeah.
Or if you get this call and you go to DoorDash, what's going to be the reality the next 6, 12, 18 months?
Still going to be doing DoorDash.
Some people are fine with that, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess because it's what's taken me to the point where I'm a little bit ahead. You know what I mean? Just a little bit ahead, but it's just not enough.
I get it. Are you finally ready to get uncomfortable this time around? Let me hold you to the standard that we've been setting.
Absolutely.
Okay, definite answer.
Okay.
Cool.
Onboarding, pretty simple. It's just processing the investment. Once we take care of that, we give you full access to the community right away. You'll get your logins. And then from there, we'll show you how to grab the sober living business plan checklist and then book you in for your first one-on-one with Andrew. Make sense?
Yep.
There you go. In terms of the investment required, to get you to the point where you can have a financial freedom, make 10K per month, and also overcome the voice in the back of your head, the complacency. It's a total of 9,800. Any questions on that?
That's the cost of the program?
Yep.
Nope, no question.
Next steps, super simple. Just taking care of that, overcoming complacency, number 2, and then getting you onboarded. How does that land? You're gonna go to DoorDash after this.
There's a lot of resistance, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot of internal resistance.
of course.
But if you notice, right, he doesn't do like the weird sales technique where you say the number and then you're just completely silent. He's like, hey, here's a number. Any questions on that? The reason being is we want to eliminate any confusion and make sure there's no confusion on the numbers. These are the numbers. He's like, oh, that's for the program? Yep, it's for the program. Next step's pretty simple. It's this. How does that land with you? Does that work for you? And you just ask for the sale. If you make this big deal, then it will be a big deal in their head. If it's more straightforward, it's clear, it's simple, and it's normal to you to ask for numbers like this, it's going to be more normal for them. It's going to lower their resistance. And he said there's a lot of resistance, right? You kind of already know he has the money because he said he had like 30K set aside. Right? Yeah. So you already know he has the money. You know it's just fear at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Fairly certain, right? I'd probably still like just check, make sure he actually has the money liquid or what he could do. And then, just fear all the way. What's going through your mind right now?
I have all the hooks I need to overcome this. At this point, it's not even necessarily just saying the right words. It's just conviction you need at this point in the call.
Yeah.
Right? At least you don't have so much self-doubt. You have so much just lacking of faith in himself. That's why he's overweight.
Yeah, dude.
Right? That's why he's been in the same spot for the last 15 fucking years. Right? At this point, it's just pure conviction. You have to tell him.
Yeah.
He'll buy into you.
Yeah.
That's around as well. The internal resistance has held you back the last 15 years.
Yeah.
This is the moment to where that voice comes up. Are you willing to push past the voice, or are you going to let it control you? It's up to you.
I guess how am I?
Okay. Things you did really well. Number one, we're very comfortable with silence. Where a lot of closers fuck up at this point, they're like, oh, he's not talking. Let me keep going. Let me just start throwing frames at him and see what fucking happens. You're like, no, man. Like, what are we going to do? It's up to you. Right? You're detached, but you're holding his feet to the fire. Like, bro, I don't need the sale, but this is your life. What the fuck are you going to do? That's how we can actually get somebody across the line, right? To where they can look at it more objectively and not have their guard up. All right, that was really solid.
My head's supposed to know that throwing $10,000 down is gonna free me. It's gonna make me do what I need to do to get to the point where I want to get to.
That's the reality. Is you've never been able to 100% know anything.
Right.
That's what causes complacency. All right. When Elon Musk started Tesla, he
Pause real quick.
Company.
Yep.
This is where he finally got the true limiting belief. It was never complacency. Complacency was like a manifestation of it.
Yeah.
The true limiting belief was fear of the unknown that he just mentioned. Like, oh, I don't know if it's going to get me there. Clarity.
Yeah.
Right.
That's generally why I'll push back on complacency. Right? and try to get something deeper. Because like very rarely, like just being complacent, like there's a reason why people are complacent. The analogy I'll generally use is the lottery ticket analogy, right? To where I'm like, yeah, man, like I can understand where you're coming from when it comes to complacency. Can I make a suggestion on that? Generally, what I see why people don't take action, it's not because like, you know, they just don't have the motivation. It tends to just be like the vehicle and their knowledge, right? Because if you had a winning lottery ticket, you know for certain, if you went ahead, you went to the store, you cashed in, and you got $1 million, how complacent are you going to be going ahead and cashing that? They're like, oh, not complacent at all. Yeah, of course, right? Because you know it. So right now, what makes you feel like you don't have a winning lottery ticket? And what's prevented you from going out and trying different lottery tickets just to see if they would work? Right? And then I'll get the, well, I don't know. Like you'll get that limiting belief there. Okay. So that's normally why I push back on that specific belief. Because you're right. It's not the real thing.
Reality. When someone goes to the gym for the first time, do they know 100% they'll get in shape? Or is that something they have to stick with? Take action on.
Yeah, stick with it.
Continue to overcome the voice in the back of their head. Continue to overcome the complacency that's held them back. I'll be the first to tell you, this call is just the beginning. The only guarantee in this world is yourself. And the fact that you're going to overcome the complacency that we've talked about this entire call. Can you make that guarantee to yourself that you will overcome it? I'll be the first to tell you, this call is just the beginning. The only guarantee in this world is yourself. And the fact that you're going to overcome the complacency that we've talked about this entire call. Can you make that guarantee to yourself that you will overcome it?
That's the ultimate question, isn't it, man?
It's been the ultimate question for the last 15 years now.
Well, it hasn't happened. So
Yeah, and what you're doing really well is you're staying slow, you're not speeding up, and you're pushing back. Okay, which is going to help him slow down and him to actually make a real solid decision on this. Okay, so that's really good.
how am I supposed to guarantee it in this moment?
It's not something you guarantee in this moment. It's something you guarantee as you go on. Every time the voice comes up, you tell it exactly what you told me you'd tell it. What'd you tell it?
Yeah, I don't have that phrase yet, man. I don't have that. I don't have those lines.
Internally, what do you feel like you need to do to take action this time around? What would that 2.0 version of yourself do? To get to the point where they have that financial freedom, overcome the complacency, but they let the voice control them, or take action, regardless, push through it.
I don't know that I have an answer for that, man.
Yeah, so it's shutting down.
You don't know if you have an answer for it. Think about it, because it's exactly what we talked about. You and I both know the answer to it. It's just a fact of whether or not you're willing to accept the answer for it.
Which again, we're doing a really good job of being comfortable with the silence and just holding him to account.
Yeah, brother. You may know what to tell yourself, but I don't have the answer. It gets it over the edge.
It's just you holding you back. Think about it right now. I can tell that voice is louder than ever right now. Whatever you need to tell yourself.
Good. And if you notice, so what he's doing is very subtle. Okay. So there's a concept, if you understand it, it's called disassociation. So oftentimes what will happen, and you can probably understand this in your own life as well, if you associate with your emotions, if you identify with your emotions, you doing things outside of those emotions are going to be very difficult. But if you look at emotions as not attached to you, like voices in your head, right? Those are not you. You're saying this voice in your head, this voice in his head is not him. So what you're doing there is you're causing a distinction. You're causing a distinction between how he feels right now and who he is as a person. And when you cause that distinction, it allows him to disassociate with the feeling and actually address it a little bit more head on. So it's supposed to be me and you versus this thing we call your bullshit beliefs, right? It is not you. You and me are going against it. right? So you're doing a good job of creating that distinction, right? So that's why, and you're doing a good job of just holding his feet to the fire and then being comfortable with silence.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Why do you say just do it out of curiosity?
Okay. Now you're pushing back. He's like, oh, I don't have the answer. And it's like, you're straightforward. It's like, bro, you do have the answer, right? I know that voice is loud in your head right now, right? Really tie him down and then re-ask the question. He's like, okay, you just do it. Once we get him to take that step in your direction, immediately pushing back and say why. The reason being is now, again, he's going to, people think by talking, he's going to be talking and thinking more about why he should do it. We need to make that why as big as possible and his objections as small as possible. Okay. So that was really good.
I suppose because most of the time I tell myself, think about it, you know. Most of the time I tell myself, you know, wait and see how it goes, go with the flow.
What is thinking about it? Or is that led you to?
Right here, man. Yeah, right here.
Is that mindset worth holding on to, thinking about it, letting complacency hold you back? Is it worth holding on to going forward?
No.
Why no?
Okay, good. Pushing back more, getting more buy-in.
Because I'll be here in another 15 years.
That's the reality that you've been living in. That's just because I've been there. Everyone has. That's the reality. Angie's been there. Every single person in this mentorship has been there. You can have that community just around you to get this up and going. That way can make sure you don't fall back into old patterns. I want to make sure you're committed to making this work, no matter what. Because we can always talk about breaking up the investments. That we can get in for less down, pay the rest over time with the profits. But I want to make sure before we even talk about that, you're committed to making this work, to overcoming the voice. Like I said, the finances will never hold you back. It's this uncertainty. It's this complacency that will hold you back. Or you're committed to making it work, overcoming the voice.
You know, it's too easy to just say yes. It's too easy to just say sure, you know.
Don't say yes if no.
Yeah, right. It's not true.
Okay, what's his belief right now that's actually holding him back?
I would say like the one we talked about the entire call, complacency, like just fear of the unknown. Like it just unsure if he wants to make the change.
So what does he think about how to overcome that? How does he view that decision?
What do you mean? Like he doesn't know how to overcome it?
Well, in
You think
terms
it's
of
some like
him
massive step?
yeah, he thinks it's hard.
Yeah.
He thinks it's really big.
It's just one decision.
Does it have to be the case? Right. So when we're thinking about it, right, like right now, what we're doing is we're overcoming belief. So we've really been hammering hard in terms of the complacency, and he knows he needs to overcome it. He's just like, he just keeps on saying like how big that is and how hard it is. I don't have the right answers. If we just challenge those, if we just challenge those assumptions of that it's hard and you need right answers in order to overcome it. Like, what if that wasn't the case? It was like, hey man, like what if it wasn't what you thought it was? You keep saying like it's hard and it's like you don't have the right answers. What if it didn't need to be that? What if it was as simple as just taking a step even though you're a little bit unsure? Like you don't even have to say anything. What if it was that easy? Is that something like you could do? It's like, oh, right. It's like, and I can start to move him in my direction. So when I'm thinking about overcoming these beliefs, it's always going to be easier. Just in any single conversation, when somebody tells you a belief, understand there are no brute fact truths. Every truth statement is backed up by key assumptions. So the easiest way to actually shift that belief is just to shift the key assumptions that he's making, which for him right now is this is hard. It's hard to make this decision.
Yeah, it's like the gym. You just go in, you just take the step to go in.
Yeah,
right.
That's really what it is.
Don't think just with the conversation. If you say, you know, Nathan, I'm totally cool with letting this voice control me for the next 15 years, and I want to settle like 99% of society. It's totally okay. How about this call right now? Click the little red X in the corner.
Again, what you're doing right there is you're taking a step back, which alleviates a bit of the pressure. Like you're saying, like, hey, bro, if you want to say this really shitty thing that we both agree you don't want to say. It's like, dude, you can click that red X and you can hop off the call. Like, dude, I'm gonna be fine. Right? So really good job. So what that does is you're basically reminding them that it's like, hey, I'm not forcing you to be here. You're here because you want to be here and you want to do this. Right? It's like, dude, you can leave. Right? If this is what you're going to tell yourself, like, you can leave and like, we'll be fine. Right? So just reminding them that allows them to lower their guard.
The fact that you haven't done that tells me there's a part of you that knows that this is what you need to do.
Who taught you to say something like that?
It's fucking textbook, bro.
It's
Fucking textbook, baby. Ain't nothing better. Fucking chock full of them. Textbook, bro.
Textbook. Right? So again, it's like, hey, you can hit that X, but you haven't yet. And that tells me something that you actually want to do this. Right? They're fucking cooked at that point because they know you're right. And that just, that straightforwardness, it cuts them right to the core.
What part of you tells you that?
I need that part to speak louder to me. Yeah, I could have jumped off, but how do I know this is it? How do I allow myself to jump in?
That's the reality. You're never going to 100% know whether it's for you or not.
Yeah.
It's like a person going to the gym. How are they ever going to know 100% that this gym is for them? Reality is some action is better than no action because now you have momentum. It's like riding a bike. Even if you're going in the wrong direction, you can always change the direction.
See, and what you're doing right here is you're a little bit more indirectly than what I was saying before, but what you're doing is you're lowering the action threshold. He's like, oh, it's his big decision. And you're like, dude, we just got to start pedaling on the bike and we can always move it, but we need to start pedaling. Right? So it's as simple as just starting. It's as simple as just going. So like, that's really what you're doing there. You're lowering the action threshold.
Reality is, we've helped over 1,800 students inside of here so far. First tenant in 20 days. We give you the system change to proceed. It's only you that will hold you back, like I said. It's up to you to make that voice speak louder.
Okay. Putting my responsibility on him. Good.
The reason I asked you what it's cost you in the past is because that's what's going to help you overcome it in the future. Understanding it's cost you, like you said, your fiance as a man.
Yeah.
That is who you provide for. It's cost you friendships in the past.
Just twisting the knife at this point.
In 15 years, you've been wanting 10K a month.
Just laying my dick on the table.
Real estate. Understand that's 120K a year.
Yeah.
Let's say it takes you 5 years to get there, which is crazy. 120 times 10 is 1.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sit with you? When you hear that out loud.
Yeah, no, well, could have done it 3 times by now, you know.
Now this is where push comes to shove. This is where you have to decide who I want to be. The 1.0, who lets his complacency hold them back for the rest of their life. Or the 2.0, who takes massive action regardless. Understands what they've lost in the past to this fear, to this uncertainty. And the push through regardless takes massive action. Who do you want to be moving forward?
I want to be the better version. 2.0.
Do you want to be? Or do you need to be?
Push you back on the language. Good.
Why is it a need at this stage?
Well, I'll be 40 years old next year, man.
Oh, he's 40.
If it's not now,
50.
it's never.
What would the 50-year-old version of yourself? The 55-year-old version, who is retired, makes 10K per month massively, and has the freedom to travel. What would they tell you in this moment right now?
Why didn't you do it sooner?
Are you willing to take your own advice at this stage?
Good.
Yeah, man. What do we need to do?
Then what I need to do.
It's tough as a man to push through it. Not just for yourself, but understanding the future that you hold in your hands. It's not just yourself, it's others that you provide for. Right? Going forward as a leader of a household. That's what you do it for. I assume down the line you want to get remarried, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing it for.
Mhm.
It's not yourself. That's why I asked, is it fair? Because now it's not just you, you're costing. It's what you provide for down the line. That's the reality. Let's map it out. Aside from the total, 9,800. Is there anything else holding you back moving forward? Want to make sure.
Nope.
Okay. So then from there, you just handle logistics and then get them across the line.
Fucking pays, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. So things we did really, really well is pushing back, being straightforward, not accepting bullshit beliefs, really drilling down, and like holding your frame. All that stuff was really key. I'd say things to improve on, specifically with the problem, we can make it more tangible. Probably dig a little bit deeper, like not accept complacency as a belief, just because it kind of creeped up at the end. You needed to push back on it regardless. So you can push back earlier. And then like the rest of the conversation is like a much deeper of a conversation. So I would say like, yeah, that would be the biggest thing that like I can see in terms of like, how do we take it to up one notch? Now with this guy, he didn't future pace or consequence like at all. Now I think he has a big enough problem to where he probably didn't need to, right? But generally speaking, I'll still get those hooks in. One more loop, and I would have just been talking about death with this guy.
Fuck. With the blood, what do you mention about the blood? Some blood leakage or something. That's fucking crazy.
Well, what do you see in the classroom, like the 4,000 doubts analogy?
Yeah, that one, the Matt Ryder one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like bringing that up because I talk about
because he said he's like he wants to get this up and going by the time it's like 50 or something.
Yeah, dude. And it's like how many more dots are going to cross off? And it's like I always connect it with like my when my older brother got shot. Right? So it's like you can hear the fucking emotion like in my voice when I talk about it cuz like again, that's real shit. So if you can connect it with like your life experience, like when you are like fucking, when you realize like time isn't like guaranteed, then that really helps you get that point across.
I will say generally, like I've changed a lot of my selling style from like when I first joined. Like really all I go for now is, and I learned a lot about this when I was on that biz op back in like summer when I was still in school. Is I just go straight for like the limiting belief now. I get enough leverage to where it cuts my call time a lot down.
Yeah.
Right? So I can pitch it like
because you're fucking 30. Pitching for 15 minutes, dude.
They updated the pitch. So hopefully it's better. I think I'm still pitching for 10.
I pitch for 5, right? Maybe 7 at the most. And then I'll still get those hooks in.
The 20K, or is that for your coaching?
Oh, dude, for my coaching, like, dude, like, like legitimately,
you don't even pitch
dude, my fucking coaching, like actual sales is so garbage. Like the dude I closed like this week, let me see. He booked in, and I go, "Hey man, it's Christian. Saw you book in." He goes, "Yes sir." I just sent to him on a scale of 1 to 10. How much of a laydown are you? Very much. And I just called him and closed him. That was literally my sales process, bro. Like I understood a little bit about a situation, and then I just went ahead and I'm like, all right, cool, man. Here's the link, and I just got him on board. So I don't know, because I've been now that I'm actually like taking calls and closing other deals. I'm like, I want to see if I can't just remove some people off my calendar so I can get like other calls booked there.
Interesting.
So like that's been my sales process. Now, in terms of like my sales process for like the buy the business niche, like the 25K offer. Well, there's the Airbnb one, and then there's the business building one.
Fuck, you got
pretty much.
Now?
Well, it's just two. So we got the sports facility and the Airbnb one. It's the exact same process. It's like, hey, why are you here? What are you looking to achieve? Why are we looking to achieve that? What's your current situation and problem around it? Why haven't we done this before in the past? What does this get us? And then what's the consequences of things staying the same? It's just still pretty basic about how I'm going to do it. I've been going a little bit less hard in the paint on the limiting beliefs, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Which, again, I would say like for right now, like I'm getting away with it. But is it probably the most
people? You don't have to go ask for the limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
You just have to understand goals. Like overly consult them, basically.
Yeah, is it like completely optimal? Maybe it's not completely optimal. Like the issue is like with where I'm at. Like I know if I put myself in tough situations, I can get out of them. Right? Like
Well, someone
it
new,
just
you need
is
the
what it is.
leverage. Yeah, like a newer
Yeah.
rep, they need the
So
leverage to overcome it.
yeah, because there was like one. I remember like one YouTube video where it's like I barely did any fucking discovery, and then just grade A objection handling and got him across the
Oh,
line.
the looking at other
I didn't
companies, that one.
Yeah, I didn't realize he
Yeah,
didn't know who I was, and I'm so used to just like fucking just
fucking
taking
laydowns.
laydowns for my coaching that I'm like I just treated him like a laydown, and then realized he wasn't, and then well, I know how to get out of it. So like that's a bit of the issue there. I'd say like with the Airbnb offer, like the main issue with that is like, dude, just the amount of Indians I talk to.
How many calls have you taken?
I didn't. I think it's 6.
Indian.
6, and
Fuck,
all but
bro.
one of them have been
Holy
Indian.
shit.
Yeah. And it's like an issue is with that one, like with the kind of like the lead, like half of them have been this kind of visa thing to where they're not really well informed, and like they're all like a couple months out. They didn't have like capital liquid or anything along those lines. I got one across the line, and then the other two, they didn't want the visa, but they still were like they just didn't have the capital. With the sports facility one, I've taken about the same amount of calls, and I've closed. I think I've taken 5, closed 4. So
Holy shit.
definitely like higher quality.
Were those like new book calls or just like shit you found on
Yeah.
CRM?
Yeah, new book calls.
Sure.
But then I also like closed one just through like the pipeline stuff. So like that one's good. The issue is with that one is like you take now it's like it's 4K up front, and then they like have to do a couple steps, and then they collect 20K on the back end. So
How do you get
I
paid?
just gotta as cash is collected. So right now, hopefully 2 of those 20Ks that like it's gonna take like 2 weeks to a month to get like the 20K in the back end. Now what we're doing right now is we're talking to some different companies to help with financing to speed up that process. So fucking fingers crossed on that one. But right now, a couple of those 20Ks should hit next week, which is going to be great. Get 12K in commissions off of that. So yeah, like that's a process there. But like hopefully we're able to get like a financing to where it's like it's direct to us, so we don't have to do multiple steps, and then it's like and then we can collect more up front too. Right, because ideally this offer is not 24K, it's 45, ideally, and I don't think it would change the conversion that much. Yeah, especially if we can get them the funding. Like that's the thing. If we can get them the funding, and like because you like it, it's
the
by
funding
business,
on the front end or back end.
Well, both, right? So it's like because you help them, like we do like the done for you, like basically giving them a business, getting them a business. There's an SBA loan that's included in all that, and you can package up the SBA loan. And it's like, dude, if it was 100K, we could still make the numbers work where it's in their favor in terms of like our service. Now, it would be hard to get funding for that, but you can get funding for like 30, 40K, like more like short term to then package that up. So ideally, that's where we're going, but we have to figure out the funding part of it. Like that is the only holdup on that particular offer, and because it just takes longer for like the cash to come through, it slows down the amount we can spend on marketing and all that. That's
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's the main issue with that one is it just. But if we can speed, like the offer owner's talking to a couple companies, and I've sent over a couple companies that ideally will really speed up that process. And then once that process is sped up, like dude, fucking no problem get to 100K per month in comms. And I just say fuck you to all the broke boys.
You got 300K, bro. Don't be broke. Bro.
Yeah, 100K per month. All right, cool, bro. This has been fun. What's your plan for the rest of the day?
we got a boat ride that we're all going on. 5 p.m.
Hell yeah,
like 2
bro.
hours. And
Hell
after
yeah.
that, fucking chilling, little gym stash with the boys. Fucking Alex,
Hell yeah. Well, enjoy Cabo. Hopefully this has been helpful. I would say leave your biggest takeaway in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.